Welcome to my third live stream ever and the third episode of The Real Show at Yeti's Kitchen. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow. I've got some friends with me giving me some support back here. I've got, my Superman, my mate, with it. I got my minion, and I got my cool zebra from, that animation movie. But. Government announcement. Anyway, Boris is hopefully making an announcement on Monday this week to let us know what coming out of the lockdown 3.0 is going to look like. I mean, celebs go dating in the mansion. Zippy. I've still can't remember what the hippo's called from Rainbow. It's not Humphrey, is it? Bungle the bear, Zippy, and is it George? Zippy and George. But anyway, what a show that was. I don't understand who actually watches this stuff. I mean, I know I'm talking about it and I'm giving it airtime, but it is trash TV. I've literally seen glimpses of it and little clips of it. But it's like, which clubs are still dating and together and all that kind of stuff. So Kimberly Hart, Simpson and Shane, apparently they're still together and they've even moved in together. They moved in together. Tom Zinnett and Sophie Herman, they're still together. Oh, surprise, it's still a black. Chloe Ferry and Kieran split, no joke. But they remain in touch. You're out of touch. I'm out of touch. And I'm not around. Stop that. But they're just friends for now. What does that mean? That's what it means. Curtis Pritchard and Daniela. Oh dear me, the split. And Karim and Whitney. Oh, no surprise there, they split. But I was trying to figure out Karim, what he was off. But he's like, Dan the man. He ain't no man. He trying to be a player. He's not playing no game. He playing lots of games. Get him out my name. Dan ended up confessing or coming out and saying that on the sly he's been checking Jessica. And she ain't no Jessica Rabbit. She's just lip plumped up, babe. But anyway, they came out, they've kind of had an affair, they've been seeing each other, and I felt really bad for Tamara and Mick, because Mick was a nice guy, and what peed me off was Mick had a bit of a breakdown. I think he kept it all inside, and when he realized what happened, he's like, I've been wasting my time. And there was one of the couples that are still together, which is the teacher and that other girl. If you've been watching it, you know what I mean. But she was like, oh, you can't come in here and you said you wasted your time, you knew what to expect, But the thing is, when somebody is genuinely going in there to look for a life partner, and then basically they've been played a game when one person's put the time and effort in, the other person's just been playing, and what do you expect? What really grinded my gears this week was the experts basically said, oh, well, it's not our place to meddle or tell people what to do or what not to do. So you know what? We'll let Jessica stay in the experiment so she can spend time with Dan and see if they get along with each other, because they've not had the opportunity. And to be honest, good on the contestants or the people that work, whatever they are, the people in the experiment, they said they weren't comfortable with it. But you know what? The flipping experts let them crack on with it. And it's common sense. You know what? They were both just infatuated with each other. They were both 16 to 18 year olds infatuated with somebody because there's a physical attraction, there's a sexual attraction, and my satisfaction. And if you ever have a fall in love again now, baby, you must make sure that the man is not dead. Cause it's good on him. But like I said, the first relationship you need and the best relationship you're gonna have is one with yourself. Get to know yourself and put yourself out of your comfort zone, put yourself in a comfortable place, out of a comfortable place, work hard, hustle, burn the candle at both ends a little bit, and really spend time to find yourself. And once you do that, what would they say? forces of nature and the vibe in the universe, you'll attract something and something will attract you. News. Last week it was it was Valentine's Day. So for those of you who celebrated, happy Valentine's Day. I hope you all had a fantastic time. What did I do? What did I do in Valentine's Day? I think I slept, I ate, I trained, I had some nice food. And that's all, folks. But yeah, you know what? If you had a Valentine, brilliant. If you didn't have a Valentine, who cares? Because you know what? Every day is Valentine's Day. I love you all. Society. Don't we? Batman. But I was waiting for this. His crazy laugh that he did in Suicide Squad. But believe it or not, the Justice League Snyder Cut is not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 hours long. So I mean, all the bits that were edited out of there are back in there. New footage is being shot. Martian Manhunter's in there as well. Cyborg's gonna have a different look / better look. Flash is gonna have a bit more screen time. Black Suit Superman, Joker, Lex Luthor. I mean, you know what? I think it's going to be fantastic. And I think, you know what? Don't just wait for the reviews to come out. Give it a chance. Watch it. I mean, Superman's a fantastic character. He's been with us through all the decades. And it is a symbol of hope and all that kind of stuff. But why not have a little bit of fun and watch some comic book fan favorite with, you know, you got Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, the Amazonians, the Atlanteans, the Cyborg, the Mother Boxes. Steppenwolf's got a completely different look in this one as well. So hence, that's one of the reasons why Superman's joining us today. He's not in the black suit, but in the movie, Henry Cavill is. And I just think with a movie that's 4 hours long, it's going to be good. And you know what? We can watch it in the comfort in our homes, and we can take our time and have a little rest break when we need to. Some people are saying maybe it's too long. Some people are saying, oh, well, you know, the original one that came out was a bit pants. I mean, at the end of the day, don't knock something till you've tried it or watch it. So, you know what? It might be a really good watch. So stay tuned. Probably mostly for our Asian viewers. But even if you're not an Asian viewer and you're just a viewer that's tuning in, still check these tracks out and definitely check the artist out. The artist is Husnain Lahori. From what I gather, he's been performing, I think, close to a decade now. He's literally performed all over the world. He's had tracks that have made it to the iTunes, I think top 10, top 20. I've seen him perform live. I've shared the stage with him once. I think he performed at the Asian Lifestyle Expo 2 years ago as well. And in the lockdown, he's utilized his own home studio. He's filmed a music video for this. He's edited it. He's done it in the lockdown and he's released his own version of a Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan track. And I'm just going to play it for you a little bit. I mean, I absolutely love it. Hopefully you can hear this. And it's a very simple, effective video. I absolutely love it. And just the beat, listen to that. If you're a fan of Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, I'm sure you'll enjoy this track. Listen to that rhythm. You know, fantastic. And it just goes to show you there, look at that. He's a music artist. He's made the best out of the situation that we're in. He's worked at home. He's sung it, made the tune, made the rhythm, recorded it, edited it, got everything done. It's up online. Give him a check out. Check him out on YouTube. Just put in the search bar Husnain Lahori. That's HUSSAIN Lahori, LAHORI. And you can give him a like and a follow on Instagram and Facebook. Fantastic artist. He's got loads of covers on there. He's got some English tracks on there. He's got some classic Bollywood tracks on there. And I think it was a couple of months ago, he released this track, which has got a moral of the story to it, and it's called Influence. Video's pretty good as well. Good moral of the story. So that track is called Influence. It's by Husnain Lahori, and you know, it's just about, like, you know, social media. People on social media, you know, they show you what they want to show you, they make you see what they want to see, but sometimes all is cracked up to be, and we know that. And you know what, I think it goes more so for young people who can potentially be influenced easily, or you know, like, yeah, they can, you know, they're a bit, and I'm not saying this in a disrespectful way, but they're a bit naive, they're still learning, they're coming into their own, you know, things like identity, how they fit into society and circles, and who they are and what they're going to be. And social media, I mean, for example, you know, bodybuilding. Once upon a time, bodybuilding was, you did your local shows, you did your national shows, you ended up in the UK magazines, then you ended up in the bigger magazines, your muscle and your fitness, your flex and all that. And then, you know, maybe you got your pro card, and then you carried on, and then maybe you'd have a workout video and all that kind of stuff, and everybody did their own thing. And now there's so much information on YouTube, Instagram, and you know, people are blogging. You know, some people look fantastic in their pictures, and then when you see them in real life, or you see them competing, they look completely different. Same thing with boxing, which I'll touch on in a little bit. But basically, this track by Husnain Lahori, Influence, definitely go check it out, give it a like, give it a share. I think it's a fantastic tune, and I just thought I'd share that with you because we have a very diverse crowd watching this show over the last couple of weeks. I think so far the first show has been the one that's had the most views on YouTube. Last week, I think so far had the most viewers live, and obviously this is the third one. So I think so far had the most viewers live, and obviously this is the third one. So I'm trying to give a little bit of entertainment, sport, news, movies, all that kind of stuff, and share things with you that you might not know about. And also the fact that I strangely am a little bit like Sheldon from The Big Bang, and I'm like not a nutty professor or a crazy scientist, but I have a unusual amount of knowledge on various topics, and it's like this show, you know, literally I have a couple of bullet points next to me. I don't read off a script. I don't really like doing that, but it's what works for me. And you know what, some people have given me some fantastic feedback, and I really do appreciate you all. And some people have given me some negative feedback and be like, what are you doing? You think you're a YouTuber, you're live streaming, whatever. Well, you know what, I'm doing it, and that's the end of it. And I hope you really enjoy it. I ain't here to bang a drum or sing a song about me. Maybe I'll do that in a different podcast, but you know, this is the real show. I'm trying to keep it real, a bit of fun, a bit of entertainment, a bit of cringe, a bit of stuff that you can watch, and a bit of real life and how things tie in between. But we'll go over to sport, I think now. Should we go over to sport? Yeah, because again, I want to kind of talk about real life, and a couple of people have asked me about this as well. But boxing news, I think Josh Kelly's fighting tonight. Dylan White and who did he fight last time? Povetkin has got a provisional date of March the 27th, which isn't that far off. What we're talking about, 6 weeks. So they're probably already in a training camp, but allegedly that's the new date for it. And another, then our Bolton boy, Amir Khan. I mean, love him or hate him, I think it'd be fantastic to see Amir back in the ring. You know, depending on how old you are and whether you like him, whether you don't like him, you know, I've always said I'm so sick of hearing glass chin. You know, it's a load of rubbish. You know, you hit anybody with enough pounds of pressure around here, you know, you're gonna knock them out. I've been knocked down. I've knocked bigger people down. It's just one of those things. And if you think about it, you know, at the end of the day, if I had to summarize Amir Khan, he was a young lad who had a dream of making it to the Beijing Olympics. And he was going on and on and on and on. Fireworks about the Olympics. And you know what? He made it to Athens. He got a silver medal. He was like 17. This is like back in 2004. So yeah, it must have been 17, yeah. And came back, could have stayed amateur, turned pro, absolutely smashed it in a short space of time. And basically he picked one hobby from the age of 8, stuck with it, and look what he's achieved. You know, that's not to say that's the only way to go about it, but it's a way to go about it. And I think when you talk about sports, or when I talk about sports, because it is my thing, that is, you know, my background, amateur sports, a little bit of, you know, semi-pro, if you want to call it that. But what is actually semi-pro? It does my head in when people say I'm a semi-pro boxer. It's like, what is it? Are you amateur? Are you professional? But basically, what I'd say from observation over the years, because unlike other people who have just become super coaches because of social media, or they've just randomly started coaching after working 20 years in retail, no offense to them, good for them. I've been coaching for a long time, and my observation is, you know, before, people used to be an amateur, they got on with it, they went for the local shows, regional championships, national championships, European championships, Commonwealth, maybe went to the Commonwealth Games, maybe Pan-Asian championships, Asian championships, and then maybe try and qualify for the Olympics. And then, you know, they stayed amateur all the way, or they eventually turned pro. I think as a result of people like Amir Khan and Anthony Joshua as well, currently, I think a lot of people have this perception that if I'm a boxer, I do really well, and I go to the Olympics and I come back with a medal, don't come back with a medal, I'm going to become a professional and I'm going to be a millionaire. If that is your only goal, or that is the only thing you look at, then you know what? I'm sorry, regardless of how many people are pumping you up and promising you the world, that's not the way it is. The reason why a lot of people like to stay as an amateur is because obviously you get help from Team GB. You get a bit of money to help you with your training and your transport and all that kind of stuff. And then obviously if you've got any injuries, you need physio, you need kit, the help's there. As soon as you turn pro, you need to have your physical, you need to have your medical, you need to pay for your pro card, you need to be able to sell enough tickets, you're paying your coach, or your coach might be taking a cut, your management team, the promoter, all this kind of stuff. And people have this perception that if I'm going to turn pro, I'm going to be a millionaire. Well, you know what? If you look at all the current British boxers at the moment, I'm telling you straight, yeah, Joshua's a millionaire, Fury's a millionaire, Tyson Fury's a millionaire, Amir's a millionaire. Which other professional fighters are millionaires? British boxers. There aren't that many, because, well, most boxers, and this isn't their fault, but you know, you listen to people, the crowd gets around you, they promise you the world, they promise you this is going to happen, that's going to happen. And the reality is the person doing this to you in front of your face is the one doing this to you under the table. And I'm really sorry to put my middle finger up, but I'm just keeping it real. This is the real show. I'm telling you how it is. And I'll go in much more detail another time. But, you know, sometimes people feel like they turn pro, and if I go with this coach, well, he's got this many fighters, and he's got, you know, all his fighters have fights regularly or semi-regularly, so if I go there, I'm going to make loads of money. You've got to have a plan, you've got to have a good team, and you got to stay on top of it. I mean, for me personally, and this is just my personal opinion for me, not for anybody else, if I could go back to the age of 16 to 18 and somebody told me, and this is a bit of a catch-22 because I love coaching, I love training, I love strength and conditioning, and I'll talk about that in a second. But if somebody told me, Ash, you've got a choice, you can become a professional athlete, you're not going to become a millionaire, but you're going to earn more money than you'd earn from having a normal 9-to-5 job, and you know, you're potentially going to be an athlete for this long, or you have the opportunity of working a job, I'd probably pick the athlete route. I only say that because I always like to have a backup plan behind a backup plan and a backup plan behind that. So for example, and again, I'm not hating, I'm keeping it real. A lot of personal trainers have struggled in this lockdown because they're used to doing things face-to-face and their clients and the gyms closed, etc. I'm fortunate that I've used things like Zoom, video calling, Instagram, sending people plans and all that kind of stuff. That's worked for me. And obviously I've got a lot, well, not obviously, I think a lot of people don't know, but whether you do or you don't, I've got many qualifications under my belt, lots of different experiences in different workplaces, lots of different things I've done over the years. So, you know, if one door closes or one opportunity closes, I can kind of grab onto something else. And you know what, a worst case scenario, if I'm still chasing those targets and goals that I've got and I need to go work in a warehouse because that's what suits my routine or that's what pays the bills, then you know what, that's what I'll do. Because another big thing in life, whether you're an athlete or whether you're just trying to chase after your dreams or whether you've got goals or whether you've got targets, it ain't about how it looks to other people. It's about how it looks to you. You can't go on listening to this person and that person. Somebody's always going to criticize. Somebody's always going to say they've done it better or you can't do it or it can't be done. And you know what? All I've ever heard when somebody says it can't be done is I hear, I'm going to be the first one to do it. Or if everybody else says they can't do it, I'm going to have a go. And I'm going to have a go on my terms and I'm going to try my best. And if it works out, fantastic. And if it doesn't, I don't need to blame anybody. I don't need to feel bad of myself. I gave it a try. I gave it my best. And that's the end of it. An example quickly before I wrap up this segment. But a lot of super coaches out there, a lot of people promising young lads the world that this is going to happen. Or you get pad men or coaches who aren't even coaches. Or people trying to do strength and conditioning just because they've copied something off YouTube with no real life practical application or experience or even qualifications. It's dead simple. I don't want to criticize anybody or spread hate, but what I'm going to say is if you're looking for a coach and you know you want to do the best that you can, do what's good for you. So look at all the coaches that are available to you. At the end of the day, some people can travel out of town, some people can't. Try all the different coaches, see which one works for you. If it's too much too soon, then you know what, they're probably pumping you up because you are a number to them, you are paying money, and they're thinking, right, well, if he's paying 50 quid a month, I need 10 of it, that's 500 quid a month, I'll give him a fight, I'll make him work towards a fight. There's over the years I've come across, I'll give you an example and then I'm going to leave it there. I had a parent, 2 sons, and he was like, one of my sons is like Nazim and one of my sons is like Tyson. To be honest, neither of them were like that. One had rapid speed and suited, moving in and out, 1-2 shots, boom, 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 tag out. And one of them had really good body movement. If I had to just isolate 2 key skills. And I was like telling his dad, you know what, you need to let them have their own style instead of looking at boxes and saying they're Nazim, they're Tyson. You know, at the end of the day, there are some, you know, there's only one Tyson. Tyson threw loads of hooks. If you go in an amateur gym and try and throw loads of hooks, 9 times out of 10, the coach will be like, no, you need to throw straight shots. Well, try telling Tyson that. You know, Mike Tyson used hooks and that body movement and the bobbing and weaving, and it worked for him. But anyway, going back to this parent, training his kid for 6 months, he was going to other gyms and he was like, oh, I want my kid to have a fight, etc. And I'm like, you know what, your kid's not ready. And he's got a bit of a defense work that he needs to work up on because he keeps dropping his hand at certain points. And if another fighter noticed that, he's going to get his nose busted in his first fight. Anyway, this parent decided to leave the gym I was at, went to another gym, got pumped up by a coach, got carded up within 2 weeks, got a fight within 3 weeks. He ended up back at the gym I was coaching at by, I think, week 5 or 6. I'm very impartial. Wherever I train, I always tell everybody, everybody's welcome to train. And you're more than welcome to go to another coach, etc. Do what's good for you. If you want to stick with me, fantastic. If you want to go with somebody else, that's fantastic. You know, my work kind of speaks for itself. Anyway, long story short, parent came back and eventually it was like, you know what, we went to gym XYZ, I'm not going to name it. We got carded up, we went for a fight, and in the first round, first minute, my son's nose got busted. And I'm like, you know, I'm not here to be the bad guy, but I always keep it real. It's one of those things, you know what I mean? You can have 100 people go to boxing. Out of those 100 people, there might be 10 or 20 really good amateurs. Out of then 10 or 20, there might be 5 or 6 that can make it national championships, regional championships. There might be 3 or 4 that can do the nationals. There might be 1 or 2 that can go to the international competitions. and you might be lucky one might make it to the Olympics. That's not to say not to have a goal, not to try, but it's got to be real. You got to be realistic. You know, the example I usually give to young people is, how do we not know one of you is the next Tiger Woods? How do we know? How many of you have actually tried golf? The thing is, you know, because our mom and dad love football, so I'm going to be a footballer. Because my dad's pushing me for Sunday League, I'm going for Sunday League. Because my dad loves, my mom loves Anthony Joshua, so I'm going to be a boxer. The thing is, you got to love what you love, and you got to do what you're good at. Sometimes you really like a sport, but you're not that good at it. And sometimes you might not like a specific sport, but you're really good at it. I mean, in hindsight, I wish I did kickboxing more than I did boxing, just because I'm really good at kicking. I'm quick, the fitness levels, it's 4 limbs, you know, the interclubs, the fights and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? For me, it was too little, too late, but it was what it was. You know, you're not going to cry over spilled milk. You know, we get older, we grow, we develop, and it's good to pass on that information. The best thing we can do as adults, or as parents, as friends, as brothers, as sisters, as mentors, as somebody helping another individual, the best gift we can give, I mean, money is always nice, chocolate, food, all that kind of stuff, but is advice, and impartial advice, saying that, you know what, these are all your options, have a go. This is what I know other people have done, this is what I've done, but maybe this is what you should do. Not just because you've got to remember, however everything was for you in your time period is going to be different with the same thing in this time period, because the times change, the people's change, social media, the way things work, the way information travels, and you know, a little bit with a lot, not a little bit, a lot with young people, and you know, mental health, dealing with things. Go watch the Rocky saga, go watch all 5 of them. If you're a young person and you think, well, Rocky 1 and 2 looks a bit too old for me, skip through bits of Rocky 3, watch the best bits of Rocky 3, watch number 4, watch number 5, watch Rocky Balboa, and then go watch Creed 1 and 2. Because you know, the life isn't straightforward. It's going to have ups and downs, hills and valleys, and you just got to keep moving forward. It's as simple as that, you know. I'm in the school of thought that, you know what, taking something off your chest and talking about it and getting rid of it is fantastic. But dwelling on it and be depressed, I'm tired, life's not going well for me, I don't know what to do, I'm going to stay in bed all day. You know, it doesn't work. You've got to be active. Remember, a little bit of something is better than a lot of nothing. And that's especially with health and fitness, you know. Little eating habits that are good, little training habits that are good, little workouts that are good. A little bit of something is better than a lot of nothing, and it's as simple as that. But yeah, let's go on to my next topic. If you've or postponed, or you know, from what I gather, a lot of things are going into pre-production around the first week of March, which will probably be in line with the government announcement. But Bollywood, nothing's been happening much, but I just thought I'd mention what movies will be coming out this year. If you're a Jana Jana Salman Khan fan, then you will be pleased to know Radhe, Your Most Wanted by, a sequel to Wanted, will be coming out. It was scheduled to be released last year, I think, but because of the pandemic and filming, etc., I think it's been filming in between. It's meant to be coming out at Eid, so you're looking around the May mark. John Abraham will be in Satyameva Jayate 2. I hope I've said that correct. It's a part 2, and it will be releasing on Eid as well, so it'll be going head to head with Salman Khan's Radhe. Another movie, I'm not too excited about it. It's a Akshay Kumar starrer and Sara Ali Khan. It's called Atarangi Re. I'll be honest, in recent years, I'm not an Akshay Kumar fan. He just absolutely... I think the last movie I watched with him that I enjoyed was probably... the last 2 movies was Mujhse Shaadi Karogi, Will You Marry Me, and Janiman. Those are the last 2 movies I enjoyed him in. After that, I've not really enjoyed him in anything. I think besides those 3 movies, there are quite a few movies that are going to be releasing this year. Bell Bottom, which portions of it, again another Akshay Kumar movie, portions of it were filmed in England. I was scheduled to be a supporting artist in that, but it didn't happen. And if I'm not wrong, I think Shahid Kapoor's got another movie coming out. But you know what? If you want to watch some fun-loving Bollywood movies, then what I would suggest, just to have a laugh, a Salman Khan starrer, Har Dil Jo Pyar Karega, give that a watch. I think it's coming up to 20 years old, 17 years old for that movie. But a fun movie, fun, light-hearted movie with a bit of a moral of the story at the end. Hopefully, allegedly, the gyms will be back open. I had a few questions the last couple of weeks. Where am I, Inshot? I mean, I've lost a bit of size. People have asked me how I've been keeping in shape. And to be honest, the main thing for me is try not to eat so much junk, drink as much water as you can, reduce your sugar intake, and try and exercise every day or every other day. What I've been doing recently, I've got 2 5 kg dumbbells. I do 4 sets of 40 reps. If I'm not feeling it so much, or I don't get a good pump, I'll drop it down to 3 sets of 40. When I started back in January, it was 30 reps. I've gone up to 40 reps. Sometimes I'll do it in a circuit style. Sometimes I'll do 4 sets of, say, shoulder press with about a minute rest in between, then move on to the next exercise. Generally, they're full body workouts. And on average, I'm walking around 50 miles a week over 7 days. I've got a little bit of abs, but I'm still carrying a little bit of fat. I think my legs have gone down in size a little bit because, and I've not got massive amounts of weights to push. But again, do it safe and stay happy. And again, if anybody's got any questions or requests or anything I've talked about in this show, feel free to give me a like, share, subscribe, or inbox me on Instagram at ashif.ashik with a K. Like, share, subscribe, follow at Yeti's Kitchen. Check her restaurant out. It's in Manchester. Some fantastic food there. Again, a big thank you for those of you who have joined in, and a big thank you to those of you who will be tuning in later on YouTube. Those of you who will be tuning in later on YouTube. I did jump on the YouTube hype last year during lockdown, and I was kind of putting one video out a month. The video that got the most views, which was only about 100 something views, was actually a supplement review. I'm quickly going to talk about supplements. Guys, when you're buying a supplement, if you are quite clued up or you've done your research, get a supplement that you think will suit you. The example I'm going to give is pre-workouts. A lot of pre-workouts out there are pants. A lot of them are overhyped. A lot of them are overpriced. If you kind of know what you're looking for, then you're probably going to spend about 20-25 pounds. You'll get a decent pre-workout. Some of them have a fully disclosed label, so it tells you what's in there and what milligram of each ingredient. Some of them have a proprietary blend. Now, this is what peeves me off. It really peeves me off. There are so many people who review things on Instagram and YouTube, not going to mention any names, and they're like, prop blends are pants because you don't know how much of what ingredient are in it. Well, you know what? The original Jack 3D from back in the day, the OG of pre-workouts, that was a prop blend. It didn't tell you each individual ingredient, what was in there, what the amount was, and you know what? It did the job. Again, it doesn't work all the time, but a little bit of everything is better than a lot of one thing in some cases. So, if you can get samples, fantastic. Don't just rely on one review. Go look at many reviews of the same product. You've got to remember, some people are sponsored, some people are working for the company, some people get a kickback. With me, I do have a good relationship with like 3 companies, but you know what? I'd love to stick with one brand, but you know what? Certain products from certain brands work for me, or certain brands don't have a certain product. One of the main products I go for, recovery supplement in this form of a sleep formula, amino acids, pre-workout, glutamine, and occasionally a protein powder or a time of year. And what I'm trying to do, I am an experienced fitness instructor, qualified strength and conditioning, boxing, martial arts, been there, got the t-shirt, traveled the world with it, got people to competitive level, national level. Even myself, I have entered 3 bodybuilding shows and not done bad for somebody that isn't enhanced like the time of year and what I'm trying to do. I am an experienced fitness instructor, qualified strength and conditioning, boxing, martial arts, been there, got the t-shirt, traveled the world with it, got people to competitive level, national level. Even myself, I have entered 3 bodybuilding shows and not done bad for somebody that isn't enhanced like others. And that's another topic for another day. But remember, you know, like, do what's good for you and don't put too much junk and funk in your body, whether that's supplements or otherwise, because at the end of the day, you want to look good, feel good, and not have any comebacks on your health or mental well-being. Some people take massive amounts of performance enhancement, look great for 1 month in the year, and then look pants for the rest of the year. With me, I do have the ability to alter my physique based on my diet. Some people have seen me when I've been a little bit more full. Some people have seen me when I've been lean. But the fact of the matter for me is, at points in time when I've been more free, I hammer the gym more and I eat a lot more, or I change my diet. And when I don't have a chance to go to the gym, etc., well then I won't train as much. And that's pretty much it. And I know about something you want to hear on the show, or how you want me to make this like shot look pretty. Oh no, Superman, please don't go, don't go, don't go. He fell down. I love you, Superman. Up, up and away. Superman's gone. Me, minion, gone. Zebra, gone. And I think I had a smiley face. Oh yeah, there's my smiley face, my love face. That's gone as well. We're down to the last 5 minutes of the show. We are going to finish with the tune, but this time I thought I'd give you my take on remix, karaoke, a little bit of different lyrics, etc. But be a bit of a performance. Have you got any sunglasses here? Because I don't have any sunglasses. Well, that's a bit of a shame. But it's a take on Miley Cyrus, Midnight Sky. My version is called A Beautiful Lie. So to take you out of, I'm feeling a bit nervous now. Yo, I feel like I'm getting ready to go into a fight, you know what I mean? Like, you know, make me tell me, you're gonna be like an angel on my shoulder. But yeah, it's weird. You know what? I really wish somebody was here to record me before I go live, because I think that's probably more funny and a little bit more entertaining than what you guys see on camera. But guys, this is my take on the Midnight Sky, and let's hit it. Where's my volume? Volume's there. And you know what they say, it'll be all right on the night. And you know what? It's not all right on the night because it's not playing. Is that the volume? There we go. So hopefully it's not too loud and you can hear me. Let's hit it. This is my version, my take. Hope you like it. I'm going to sing you out. This was The Real Show. I've been your host, Ashif Ashik. Tune in next week. Same time, same place, same host. Love you all. It's been a long time, but mine's telling me to go on. But it's been a long night, and I want you on my own. A lot of time went by, and I almost gave up hope. Forever and ever apart. A beautiful lie is the one you're taking, because you know I won't try. I was born to love and I belong to someone, not you. I don't want to be loved by her. Beauty by my side, but this is only for one night. Oh no, I just need to be loved by her. Tie me up, tie me down. Baby, ooh, I want you bad. I was born to love and I belong to another one. But now I just want to be loved by you. Loved by you. She pushed me right back and saw the look on my face. She wanted me bad, but I didn't want to be in this place. You should know by now it's gonna be a big mistake. Forever and ever apart. A beautiful lie is the one you're making, because you know I don't wanna try. I was born to love and I belong to someone, not you. Just want to be loved by her. Beauty by my side, but this is only for one night. I just want to be loved by one. Tie me up, tie me down. You just wanna fool around, baby. Oh, I need you bad. I was born to love, but I just want to be loved by one, not you. I just want to be loved by one. You should know by now it's a big mistake. Oh, we're going back again. Oh, this is my version, A Beautiful Lie. My take on Miley Cyrus' Midnight Sky. Nearly done, guys. I don't have those hungry eyes like you. Like you. I was born to love and you don't love you anyone. See those tears that you make like I'll never be replaced. Baby, you know you're gonna replace me now. Tie me up, tie me down. I don't wanna be around. You ain't good for me. I was born to love and I belong to only one, not you. Belong to only one, not you. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I literally improvised, made a few lyrics. That was my take. I love you all. This was The Real Show. Next week, same time, same place, Saturday, 10 p.m. at Yeti's Kitchen. See you later. Love you.